Hey everybody, this is Chris with Old Liberty Structures. I want to bring you another how-to video. I had a viewer send me a comment that he would like to see a video on how we make our LP Smart Trim. This is going to be the trim, if you look in the pictures above here, that we use for our corners of our shed, around our windows and around our doors and any other exterior trim needs that we'll need. We also use them for our fascia and our rake boards for along our roof lines, depending on the fly rafter that we use, the fascia size or the soffit size, or the rake size. We use this same material for all those applications, and really it kind of just boils down to what your measurements require and what you need. But I'm going to show you kind of basically what we use, how we do it, and the tools that we're going to need. Again, please like, subscribe, and share these videos. Leave us comments. Also, if you look down below in the link, you'll find email us about door hardware parts. We do sell door hardware kits. We sell magnets for doors. And we also sell apparel through our other line called Tools of W.A.R. This is one of the shirts I'm wearing right now. So check it out, look below, and we're going to get in this video. Thank you. All right, so what I have here is a piece of LP Smartside Trim that we use, and what we're using is we're cutting these out of LP Smart Lap Siding, which is about 7 7/8 wide. It has a rounded over edge, a finished edge on one side, and it has the same wood grain pattern that LP Smartside has, LP Smart Lap Trim, LP Soffit, the LP Smartside Soffit, which is an OSB product made out of white birch. So what we use, here's a piece of LP Smart Lap right here, okay, sitting on our trailer. Okay, we got it sitting on the trailer right here, and it measures 7 7/8 wide. And so what we do with that 7 7/8 wide, we know we have 7 7/8 worth of material to make any trim out that we want for fascia, for rake, or for corner trim around windows or doors. Okay, so if you standard LP Smart Trim that I've seen is 2.5 inch wide, 3.5 inch, goes up to 5.5 inch, stuff like that. But out of this one 16-foot long by 7 7/8 wide, and this stuff is 3/8 thick. It's the exact same thickness as the LP Smartside without the tech shield on it, without the radiant barrier. Okay, so out of that 7 7/8 piece, we can rip two 3.5 inch by 16-foot long pieces of trim, and we pay about $16 for that 16-foot long piece of board. Okay, so here's the stuff we're going to need. Again, we're going to need LP lap siding, Smart Lap Siding. That's 3/8 thick, 7 7/8 wide, and 16-foot long. We get those at our local lumber yard. You can also, I know Home Depot around us carries the same material, but it's only in 12-foot lengths as well. We don't have Lowe's around here that carries it. I'm sure you can find a Lowe's or Menards or some kind of big box retailer that carries it as well. But it's going to be LP Smart Lap Siding. It's 7 7/8 wide, okay? And we're going to make it 3.5 inches wide in this video. So what we're going to need is this. We're going to need tape measure. Really don't need a pencil for this. Definitely need a table saw, definitely need a Smart Lap Siding, and safety glasses. So I'm going to show you how I set up my saw in order to rip this stuff down. All right, so I like to keep my blades not very tall above my material, right? So this is the thickness of my material, and I'm going to use the thickness of the material to adjust my saw blade. I don't want that blade all the way up because it leaves more room for injuries, okay? And I also don't use a guard. That's completely up to you. It's kind of hard to rip things long ways with a guard in the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from my fence, okay, I want to measure over from my fence. I want to be from the fence to the fence side of the blade 3.5 inches. Now that's going to be different depending on whatever your fascia, whatever size you want to make. So whatever size trim that you want to make sure from the face side of your blade to your, from the fence side of your blade to the fence, is the width that you want to do. If you go from the fence to the opposite side of the blade for your measurement, then that's going to take the thickness of the blade out and you're going to be too narrow. So from the fence to the blade, the fence side of the blade is what your thickness. So I'm going to be 3.5 inches here, and I'm going to be 3.5 inches there. And now my saw is set up and ready. I also have my push stick, which is very important, and also wear your safety glasses on this. Now this 16-foot material is very floppy, okay? It's very floppy. So using 2 people to do this helps out a ton. But what I like to do is set it up next to my car trailer. So when I'm running this through, my car trailer is gathering it for me and receiving it. The other thing you can do is use a bench, but if you have, or right on the ground, you could put a piece of plywood or something so it slides across the top. So this, when it tails out, it slides across the top and you can keep on ripping. All right, so I'm gonna turn on my saw and I'm gonna start ripping this down. So one thing I forgot to mention is I keep the finished edge against the fence, okay? I did have to adjust my blade up a little bit because it does want to bow on you because of the length of it. So I raised it up a little bit, but again, I caution you from having that blade all the way up because the more blades exposed, the more chance for injury. I learned that lesson the hard way about 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, something like that. I lost the tip of my finger on a table saw. So anyway, you're going to be left with an unfinished side now that you cut this down, and we just run a quick sander down to take all this off. But obviously when we install this, we put it up, we actually, you want to make sure you paint that edge as well. And then what you're left with now, if you cut that 3.5 inch piece, we're now left with a 4.25 inch piece. So perhaps if you do your numbers right, and you can get more than one piece. But what we would do for 3.5 inch material is we take this down, we'd flip it around and put this finished edge against the saw and cut this piece out too, which I'll do real quick. All right, so when you're done ripping it down, you always have this little piece left if you do 3.5 inch. But now what I have now is I have 2 3.5 inch long pre-primed LP Smart Trim, 3.5 inches wide, 16 feet long. Now, the reason why we do this, it's a whole lot less expensive to do this than to actually buy the pre-made LP trim. It's like 30 something bucks for a 3.5 inch by 16 foot long. For us, we get the table saw set up. We might have, if it's me and another person, if it's by yourself, it takes a little time, just kind of work it a little bit, just be slow with it, okay? But with more than one person, you can rip through these. When we do a shed, we pre-know like what our size trim's going to be, and we'll have about 9 or 10 of these out with us, and we'll just set up the saw and we'll pre-rip everything. It takes us maybe 20-30 minutes, and it saves us a ton of money. All right, again, so I hope that helps. This is how we make our LP trim for our sheds, our LP Smartside Trim. I did talk to the LP representative in our area that handles the mid-Atlantic states. We're in Virginia, and he told me that doing this will keep the same 50-year warranty that comes with LP Smartside because it's the exact same product. Basically, it's LP Smartside panels that's in a narrower form. We cut those anyway all the time when we build sheds, carries the same warranty. So we're not voiding any warranty. We're still able to pass that 50-year warranty on to our customers, or if you're a DIY person building your own shed, if you didn't know, LP, which is Louisiana Products, has a 50-year warranty against rotting and bugs eating it and just falling apart. So just for you to know that, you can check into that yourself. So again, I hope this helps. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell at the bottom to get more of our videos, and we hope this helps you out. And again, leave comments, ask for you know, for us to do something to help you guys out, whether you're stuck on something carpentry wise, or if you want to know how to make something, send us a message. We are working in some houses right now, doing some remodels, so we're going to send some videos of that. And we're also doing a carport edition on my house, which we're going to start making videos about that here in the future. Carport, we have a brick rancher that's got a carport already on it from the 60s, you know, and we're just going to frame it in and make a new master suite for our house. So anyway, that's going to be in future videos. We hope this helps you out. Again, appreciate you. Check out the link below for some of our merchandise, our apparel, and also for shed hardware. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.